Well, there's a picture of the skulls in the book, but I don't think it's that important. He also talks about the Eskimos in Alaska, and the doctor who worked with them for 36 years said he never found a malignant disease. So there was no such thing as cancer or heart disease with the native Eskimos. There's no such thing as arthritis for native Indian people.
Wow.
Those were, Canadian Indians didn't even have a word for arthritis. They never had experienced it. So here's the little Alpine Chateau village Weston Price visited, and he says they don't have a physician or a dentist because they don't have any need for them. They don't have a police or a jail because they don't need them. And really what these societies are these leftovers from a past golden age where everything used to be in balance. And there's these few isolated groups still living in harmony. And he talks about in the Alps, their religion, the priest goes out into the field and they thank the Father for the presence of the life-giving so he goes out in the field, the part of the religion of the people of the Alps, which is I'm sure no longer happening. They would thank the Father for the presence of the life-giving vitamins in the butter, of the June butter, when the cows are grazing on the snow lines. So they knew that that's what was holy in a way, is this food. And then, I won't even be able to read the quote, but he wonders if it's something to do with the food that they're eating that makes them live to this higher standard, the values of compassion and serving the other. Is it the food? And he asks. Another ideal tribe where he says the people aren't lazy, but they don't struggle hard for food, and their home life is nearly ideal. I think he's talking about some tropical island people. Everything is great, but modern society comes in, and then he says, I have found that in modernized islands of the Pacific, the discouragement and longing for death has taken place of the joy in living. Few souls in the world have experienced this discouragement and this longing to a greater degree. So, when native peoples, not all native peoples, but when a lot of native groups encounter the white civilization, which we are now a part of, their happy life, not all of them had happy life, some of them were warring all the time, but their good life was replaced where they didn't even want to live anymore. They couldn't survive, they couldn't take care of themselves, and all their structures for health and safety and everything was destroyed because they didn't have any capability of dealing with modern diseases from modern food. These are Canadian Indian children. I don't know if you can see it too well. So they're crippled, they have arthritis. I don't think I can read the quote, but without getting too emotional, but he basically says that you can't imagine something worse than children who know they're going to die. And the reason why they're going to die is because of the food. But they don't know. And it's not like this is just happening to Native people. It happens today. 250,000 children in the U.S. are born with birth defects. And I don't know, 40,000 children die before the age of 1 just in the United States. And so many problems, so many diseases are from the food. And people don't realize it. And there's so much suffering from it. And the root of the suffering is the evil that's within all of us. The evil that the unconscious part of ourself, the part that doesn't want to honor the other person, where the doctor feels okay to prescribing drugs. He doesn't care if they're good or bad. They can, like in Santa Cruz, it's okay that you can spray pesticide on people. That's fine. We're so separated and numbed out from life and each other that we don't care, and that's evil number one, being separated from each other. So we don't live in a society on trust, and we have to everyone for themselves. Materialism, that's what the evil was talked about, where you are stuck in this concept of the material reality is the only reality. And when you believe that, then you get trapped in the material world, and then the money is the root of evil in a way. When you believe in materialism, money becomes evil. Money is not evil, but money becomes evil when we misuse it, when we believe that that's our ultimate reality, is to have money. And the third kind of evil, that it's not just in the world, but it's in us, is when we believe in the material reality, is half and distorted truth, which is what the entire medical system is based on. Is they take the truth and they twist it around, they make it look like the truth, and it's a lie. Society, we're at the crossroad, just like Weston Price said we're at, where we have an urgent need to change the way we live in every way, not just how we're eating. And if we do, then we can transition out of disease mentality into a mentality where we have health, where tooth decay, and here's my book, Cure Tooth Decay, because it is curable, and there probably is not a disease that's not curable. Although I haven't spent the time researching each disease. I believe there's actually more cures for diseases than we can even fathom, but we have to want it. So my belief is that we're here to step out of the suffering paradigm, the separated, painful existence, into a more unified whole, which includes the physical nurturing of our body and the physical taking care of ourselves by, like, I didn't talk about chemicals, but chemicals are absolutely what causes disease in our environment, in our food. By eating the whole foods, eating the organ meats, and living in a, let's say, undisturbed environment. That's it.